Hi Anna, how are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great, thank you. So in this interview, we're going to share a little bit, your experience with me working for the program for 2 months. What is the result that you get? How did you feel during this program? But before that, can you introduce you a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, where you're from?
Yes. So I'm Anna Wang. I'm from the US,
Mhm,
and actually through my journey working with Siam, I have really kind of helped connect back to myself.
mhm,
And through that, what I really want to do is help really push and build this coaching business of mine, which is really to help women to connect back to who they are again by going through the journey of building confidence on their skin. That is to help them to remove all the judgment and blockages that they may have and really kind of reunite with that goddess within them again.
Awesome. That's great. So can you explain a little bit what was the issue when you start the program, the reason why you came to do this program?
Yes, so some of the blockage I really had was the self-doubt, the
Hmm.
self-worthiness, and really believing that I can be who I am, to find a voice for myself again,
Hmm.
and just to be able to be confident and
Okay.
believing that I have the ability to help others and to stop letting those little voices control
Mm.
me and not letting me move forward with my life and be happy.
Like this little voice that we all have actually, but that kind of sometimes sabotage, and don't let us take the right action. That's what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, great. And so what made you decide, at some point to understand that I really need to do something and I really need, some help and to move forward?
Well, it really came to me when like I started going into like depression again,
Okay.
which really start demotivating me and kind of
Mm-hmm.
keep putting me back into this cycle of like, am I worth doing what I am?
Mm-hmm.
Am I worthy of making money? And why am I constantly attracting what I don't want?
Yeah.
And what is the reason behind it? Is it really my mind that's taking me out of the game?
Okay.
Or is it other reasons? So really kind of diving in and going back inside, because I always knew the subconscious mind is really strong,
Yeah.
but how do you really do it? And I know hypnosis is one of the ways, but
Mm-hmm.
finding a good hypnosis therapist is hard. So finding a good one is the most important part.
Okay. And that was my next question. What made you decide to work with me and to sign up, for this program? What did you like about it? What do you think it was different?
Well, one of the biggest thing is really intuition and just kind of
Okay.
trusting my guts. Just
Mhm,
from talking to you from the first session, I just feel like I can trust you and you know
mhm,
what you're doing, and feeling like the environment is safe and okay
mhm.
to speak, but also because I am ready to move on to this journey of self-healing with the help of you. So that's really the one of the main reasons.
Nice. And before that, have you tried to fix this issue about, self-doubt or depression or this anxiety feeling? Have you done something before, like maybe classical therapy or anything?
Yes, I have. Actually, so before this whole journey, everything happened was I was diagnosed by a physician saying I have borderline personality disorder,
Okay.
which for me, it never really made sense because
Mm.
all it really means is you're just really sensitive. And being an
Yeah.
empath, I am.
Mhm.
It's just what science want to label us, the
Yeah.
medical field label us, which made it really more difficult because I went through traditional therapy,
Yeah.
traditional counseling for many years, and spend so much money on it, but never seen result. I just felt like the
Yeah.
therapist was just there to listen, but he was never really there to guide. And I have been through group healing too. But the group healing, the first thing they really recommend me was to be on medication. And for
Okay.
me, I don't want to be on
Yeah.
medication because that's medication is like a placebo effect.
Yeah.
It doesn't it doesn't fix the underlying problem.
Mhm.
And then so through that journey, I've completely stopped all those, and then things got worse because I couldn't find the right help. And then so being into more like marriage counsel and everything, same thing, doesn't really help. And then realizing the problem really starts from myself. So
Mm-hmm.
started looking for therapists to go through that too. I've done past life regression and
Yeah.
I've done Reiki, but obviously when it's you fighting against your mind, it's really hard to fix yourself
Yeah.
without another professional's guidance. So that's when I really decided, okay, I need to reach out for help. But obviously
Mm-hmm.
through this journey of reaching for others' help, um, I haven't seen much results from other therapists.
Mm-hmm.
They made promises, but they weren't able to complete deliver because they weren't confident in their own work too.
Yeah. And I think it's very important what you're saying, because I have so much clients, in the same case, that went, to the classical therapy. And what I believe, I'm not saying it's useless, like it has some value at some point, but it's limited, because it tried just to resolve the issue with I would say, the conscious mind. And you've seen that in the therapy, that when you go in hypnosis, you understand that there is the subconscious mind, which is a completely different part of your brain that is actually activating all the emotion, all your habits, your reaction. And as long that you're not working with the subconscious mind, I think that's the main failure of the classical therapy. And medication, of course, it would just numb the feeling, the emotion, which is, I would say, even worse. And also what you say, like, it's a little bit dangerous, I think, to put somebody in the box and to say, okay, you are that. What I believe is, like, when they tell you that, okay, you're borderline, or you're like a bipolar, or whatever it is, of course it's like the symptom, you get like some symptom, but I want to share with the people that are listening that it's the symptom that you are experiencing. That's not who you are. And I think it's dangerous to start to take this label on you, and then after have the belief that you can't do anything, and it's like useless to do anything, or the therapy will last forever, until the end of your life. So yeah, I think it's very interesting what you're saying. And so can you share with us what did you like the most in the program? So what was different compared to the other therapy, and maybe what was your aha moment during this program?
So one of my biggest aha moments is really from the very beginning, like I've told you, I felt like I had no memory of my childhood.
Yeah,
But actually
I
throughout
remember
this
that.
whole 2 months, I actually had dug up a lot more of my
Yeah.
memories that have
Mm.
really hidden behind. And actually, even to now, this very day after all our sessions, new memories are coming back up
Mm-hmm.
that I have really hidden in the past. So that's one of like the biggest breakthrough for me, is actually being able to connect back to most of the past that I thought was gone,
Yeah.
which has really been part of who I am,
Mm-hmm.
losing that part of who I am.
Yeah.
So that has really helped. And I know it's like, because I'm able to connect back to some of my own past memories, there's other memories coming up. So I know it's like a session I have done before with another therapist on past life regression and stuff. I was not able to connect at all because I was
Mm-hmm.
very, very disconnected with who I am and pretty much the whole spirit in general. But
Mm-hmm.
with this one, with your session, I have been able to really connect to myself too first, because I realized that the answer isn't on a past life. It's really for
Yeah.
this
You
life. I need
first
to
to
figure
realize
out
that.
this life
Mm.
first before I can worry about any other lifetime.
Of course, yeah. Correct. Yeah, that's true that sometimes people, I know, they come to see me and they're like immediately, oh, I want to know what happened in my past life, and maybe it's because of my past life. And I'm like, maybe sometimes it does, but most of the time, and for most of the people, you have to fix already what happened, because most of the problem that you get in this life, it's because of what you have experienced in this life. And then for some people, okay, there's this connection. If you believe in past life, sometimes it has some consequence, it has some impact, whether you believe or don't believe, after it's the belief and the choice of each one. But I think it's important to focus on your life first. Yeah, great. Could you describe a little bit your experience during the session? What did you feel? How did you feel, during the session? Because some people doesn't know what happened when you are under hypnosis.
Yes. So during the hypnosis, I feel completely safe 'cause knowing the fact that I have complete full power,
Hmm.
that I'm still here. I have full power to leave the
Wow.
session whenever I want,
Hmm.
and knowing that it's a safe place. But just knowing that, like, because I have complete power and it's not some crazy that someone else is controlling
Yeah, of
me,
course.
because
Yeah.
it's not, because it's just me allowing the voice to guide me to where I need to be, and
Yeah.
not so much the voice is controlling me to where I need to be.
Hmm.
So that's the most important part, knowing the fact, because TV has really taught us that when you're under hypnosis, you are controlled by the hypnotherapist, and but in fact, actually experiencing this myself, like knowing that I can, if I decide to, I can just get up and leave
Hmm.
or
Of
just
course.
snap out of it as soon as I want. It makes it comforting to know.
Yeah, yeah. Hypnosis is really about more being suggestible rather than being controlled. I think it's important, like you say, like movie is showing us movie. It's Hollywood. It's like impressive, but that's not actually the truth. So I think it's important to share that. Um, can you also share with us, how do you feel right now? After the program, after 2 months working together, what is like the biggest chance that you can actually observe in your life?
So actually, one of the biggest breakthrough is before, whenever my ex-husband would text me, just seeing his name, it would
Yeah,
make me shake. I would
yeah.
get anxiety and I completely lose control of what to do. But
Hmm.
because we were able to really get me back into that one session of that very traumatic experience and
Yeah.
releasing that emotion,
Hmm.
now that when I see his name pop up, I actually don't react at all. And in fact, sometimes I just forget to respond because he's no longer significant in my life anymore, and he no longer has the power to control my emotion because I'm empowered to control myself. So
Nice.
that's one of the biggest breakthrough for me on that. And then also another one is just understanding that I have the power and I am worthy of
Hmm.
making money myself and being wealthy and attracting, helping clients. I have the ability to do that, and no one else can tell me I can't do it.
Nice. Awesome. So what would you like to say to people that are thinking about, maybe doing the work, but they're not sure because for sure when, it's still not very well known, and, people sometimes have this feeling that will it work for me, or, have this doubt. What would you say to them?
Well, for me, my philosophy is you never know until you try. But
Mhm.
also the fact is, when is it now? Now
Yeah.
is whenever you decide it is. When is the problem big enough for you to take action? Because
Mhm.
it's never truly time until you decide it is time.
Yeah. Nice. I like that. Very true.
Knowing that it is time for you, that is when you decide to take the action.
Great. Thank you, Anna, for sharing your experience, and wish you all the best now in your new life, and take care.
Thank you. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much. Bye.